Okay, you guys ready? Okay, I'm going to call the organization meeting of the New Garden Township Board of Supervisors to order. Would you please all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we haven't had any executive session since our last meeting, so and then we'll move on to the election of temporary chairperson. So do we have a motion to elect a temporary chair? Who do you want to be temporary chair? Would you like to be temporary chair? Then you can vote yourself real chair. Okay. Okay. All in favor of electing Ted as the temporary chair? Aye. All opposed? Yep. Okay. Then you go from there. So your E onward.
Oops.
Could you repeat that? I just want to make sure it gets on.
Yes, chairperson, I'll elect myself, Ted Gallivan, and as vice chairperson, I'll elect Steve Alaband.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Next is a certification of delegates to the PSATS convention. I think all members of the board are delegates to the PSATS convention, right?
Yes.
And then just what Steve and another person are voting.
That is correct. Just appointment of a voting member. That's correct.
Okay, so Steve will be the voting member for the PSATS convention. Can I have a motion to certify that?
I'll make the motion.
All in favor?
I'll second it. All in favor? Aye.
Next, financial matters. Approve the following persons as authorized signers on all bank accounts: David Unger, Christy Brodowski, Ted Gallivan, Troy Wildrick, and Steve Alaband. Can I have a motion to approve the authorized signers?
Make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Want to consider to set the finance director's bond at $5 million. I think, Chris, I think that's the same amount as last year, right?
It is. It's just more of a confirmation year to year that we continue that same bond rate, a bond amount, excuse me, for all people who have treasury functions at town hall admin.
Okay.
I'll make the motion to bond the treasurer at $5 million.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right. Same with the township manager, assistant finance director at $1 million bond.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right. Appendix A has a list of all the positions and consultants for the township. Chris, anything we need to point out? It looks like most of them are the same as last year.
Yes, that's correct. So by the township code, the one position that is assumed by the manager is usually the secretary type function. This year, in terms of appointment of that and delegating it to Joanne Hafner, who was kind of long served, kind of not in title, but just in function as the clerical function for the township. So we would be appointing her as the township secretary from now into the future. That's really the only administrative change here. Other than that, in the beginning of last year, granted we made the change mid-year, was officially have Charlie Owens appointed as the township fire marshal.
I'll make the motion to approve Appendix A.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And Chris, the Public Safety Commission's not on here, so I'm going into my second
Yeah.
year of a 2-year term, and then Steve will join for a 2-year term. This will be the first year of his 2-year term. So New Garden has 2 people on the commission. West Grove will have 1. Mayor Stephen Black will be the commissioner.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to include that as excuse me, My understanding was that was an included item on the PSC as a separate commission with appointed members, but if you want to appoint 2 members officially for the minutes of saying just that they will serve on the PSC, but at the PSC, they will be appointed their official positions. That was at least my understanding of it.
Okay. Appendix B has a listing of all appointments to boards and committees. So Jeff Hazelwood has been appointed to the Planning Commission for a 4-year term, and Thomas Brodowski has been appointed to the Zoning Hearing Board for a 3-year term.
Yeah. And these were renewals.
Okay.
Correct. I'll make a motion that we approve Appendix B.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 You want me to recuse? Chris? Doesn't matter.
In this instance, the fail-safe is to recuse,
I'll
but
just
it is
recuse, yeah.
essentially voting for the self-interest there.
Appendix C has a list of all the meetings for 2025. They look pretty much the same as last year. There's no change in each day.
The only one that
generally.
requires specific dates, as for the appointed dates, are for board meetings and planning commission meetings. Everything else will go on this kind of standard rhythm that we do per meetings per month, but we don't have to itemize those out, which is why they're not reflected here.
Okay.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then Appendix D is a list of all the township holidays. They look the same.
And just one other clarification, we said it in last month's meeting, but it's obviously that the third Monday for January and the third Monday for February are scheduled at a later week just due to federal holiday conflicts. And so that's why we have them asterisk there as January 27th and February 24th respectively.
Okay. Appendix D is a list of the township holidays. They look the same as last year.
They're the same as last year.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Moving on to item J. No unfinished business that I'm aware of. Anything, Chris, we need to talk about?
Nope.
And then moving on to new business, Resolution 25-001, declaration of emergency for the Ford fly problem.
So this item was brought to attention regionally after the Ford fly, I'll call it like town hall that was held at Kennett Square. I believe it was either the very, very end of November or very, very early December. But Mayor Fedek released a declaration of emergency, essentially declaring it as a public health and economic crisis to the region. That was very public. And of course, they extended that same type of regional output for other townships and boroughs to collectively join in. And the whole matter was essentially to allow for local legislators, in this case Representative Sappi and Senator Kane, to have as much show of regional commitment to solving the problem, and at least letting them know that everybody here collectively is on the same page, that they want to basically authorize any sort of procedural path to a solution. So that's what the proposed resolution is and will serve as, is just another tool in the toolbox for our legislators to have an understanding that all the townships and boroughs are bought in.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right. And then the last item is the Resolution 25-002, the Kaolin extension, consideration to extend the Kaolin Star Road Land Development Plan.
Excuse me, I didn't actually go to the actual resolutions there, but these are already on the agenda, and we'll be sending the first resolution out accordingly to all regional stakeholders for the Pure Light, or excuse me, not Pure Light, excuse me, the Kaolin resolution. To my understanding, it was just due to logistics issues with getting the right materials they need to complete their land development project. So they've asked from their attorney representative to our solicitor to have another extension offered. And so this would be just per the land development process, an extension for what was approved. I believe it was in 2023, mid-time 2023.
Okay.
Yes, May 15th.
Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion. We extend the deadline for the Kaolin Road development. Kaolin Star Road development.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right. I think that's it for the agenda. Any other items? No?
Just, I would like to thank David for last year. It went very smooth.
No problem.
Thank you, David.
Glad to help.
Glorious rain season.
Yeah, right.
Yes, can I have a motion to close the meeting?
I'll make the motion to close.
Make a motion. Second.
All in favor?
Meeting is adjourned.
15 minutes.
World record.
Wow.
Not getting my money's worth.